recently I picked up one of the deals of a lifetime. That was the 4070 Ti's, and I got them for like 180 USD a pop. So I was like,
wait, 4070 Ti, $180 each? Did it come from mining rigs? Probably.
So it came from a crypto miner and absolutely cleaned him up. And the thing is, like, that's 180 USD just for the cards, right? So if I'm calculating that price, I'm getting all the power supplies for free. So he had 4 like 1,000 watt platinum rated power supplies, motherboard, a couple of motherboards, like all this extra jazz. So absolute deals on the used market. Then after that, like a week later, I got 1070s, like 10 of those for 100 USD roughly, and 9 of them worked. So
I think I saw a thumbnail from you. It's like $10 1070 or something.
Yeah, so the used market is definitely just where all the value is at, and it's just really awesome. So I just constantly at the moment I'm sort of I want to get all the new stuff done, all the testing finished, so I can sort of value check that versus the used market. But right now, the used market is just out of control in terms of value for money. And that's forcing, I think, in a ways, that's forcing a lot of the prices of new stuff down, especially on AliExpress, where it's more free market, forget retail pricing. It's just whatever's selling at the market rate is going to go at that price.
Yeah. You're a bit lucky, I think, because in this respect, because you're in Australia, which is, of course, in Asia. And so there's a lot of the crypto mining stuff gets sold off there. It happens in every country to a certain extent, but the mining in Asia there's a lot of it,
Australia is unique because you've got a lot of cashed up. I would say bogan would be the right term, if you know what a bogan is.
No.
Okay, so a bogan is just like an Aussie who wears thongs, doesn't care much. It's just very loose. In Australia, you're probably one of the very few countries in the world where you're actually going to get deals like that because people just don't care. They make a lot of money on their day jobs, especially if they're tradies, and they're doing any sort of trade at the moment is just making ridiculously good money in Australia because it's hard to get good trades. So these guys will make good money, and then they'll go out and buy things like crypto rigs, and then I'll be one of the vultures ready to pick up. So, and I'm going to be transparent about it, man. When the deal's a deal, I'm going to pick it up because if I don't, someone else is going to get just on that. So, used market is definitely a lot different here, especially versus Japan. Even contrasting it to Japan. But I've noticed in the US too, the used market, at least when I was there in 2019, 2016, the used market was cracking.
Last year we concluded it's actually pretty good right now to build a PC. Maybe not the best, but it's pretty dang good. But like, how do you feel about it this year? Like, where are we at compared to other years where there's been some years where it really kind of sucked to build a PC? Like, is it as good as the good old days where we weren't competing with mining and AI? Or
it's really good if you're unless you want a 4090 or a real high-end system, like the best system, it's really good. Like mid-range systems, it's never been a better time to buy. It's a really good market out there right now, especially with AliExpress and 5700 X3Ds and things like that. It's never been a better time to build a PC and around the entry-level mid-range, I think. It's such good value there. The high end, of course, if we relate this to the economy, it's the same kind of thing. You've got pretty much a two-way street when it comes to the economy. It seems like poor people are doing worse and then rich people are doing better. And so those rich people are definitely in more demand for those high-end parts than they've ever been, I think. And so you've got that demand on the high end. And so naturally, used market in the high end is actually not that great right now. No. You can find really good deals where someone's overcommitted, especially in Australia. They've got to pay back loans and they've got their high-end rig for sale and you get a really good deal. That does exist. But yeah, I'd say in terms of a used gamer, it's one of the best times. It's a buyer's market for sure. If you're looking for a good deal, you're going to find one right now. In terms of new, pretty good. Just I would shop around. Like I would say, okay, I don't just want a 7800 X3D. Can I get, say, a 7700? I guess lower your expectations, or you've just got realistic expectations of looking for the best value. The value is certainly there in the new market too. It's actually a great time for both used and new.
Endless Logins writes in, welcome, Bryan, and greetings, Tom. This is a forward-thinking question focused on possible U.S. tariffs. If someone is planning to buy a new PC within 14 months, do you suggest they buy this holiday or wait until late next year? Well, I'm just going to jump in. We're not going to know until another at least 2 weeks, like really what the answer to that is. But do you think that's something people should be thinking about?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. When the value is good, which the value is extremely good, as we were talking about before, both used and new market is good right now. If you need a new PC, especially if you need it, build now.
One of my friends did. He bought a 7900 XT for $600 because I was like, yeah, I mean, look, RDNA 4 might be better. It's coming out in months. I mean, you'll have this the whole time. So I don't think the value is going to be like 50% better, and you'll probably not regret that you have a GPU now.
Yeah, I mean, just build now. Like, the prices are really good. That's my argument. Like, wait, like, there's nothing on the horizon that would, except like 9800. If you want to build like high end, wait like a week or two for 9800.
Sure, right.
That's about the
barely a wait.
But 5000 series, I mean, there's already really good deals on GPUs too. So, in terms of like, I was telling people to wait for 4000 series for sure. That was definitely in 3000 series back when those were coming out. But this time around, I just don't get that vibe that 5000 series is going to hit with really huge value.
Aggressive value? No.
Yeah, I don't get. So. I'm just not getting those vibes this time around, and I can't speak about. I talk to people behind the scenes too, so it's. Do I know things? Like, do I know? No.
But we know NVIDIA is going to focus on the 5090 and 5080 first, and then wait, and then
I know voice, I know intonations, I know that kind of stuff. So yeah, like, I'm just not getting the vibes that it's going to be a knockout of the park. And so when I don't get that vibe, it's like, well, just look for a really good deal now. And if you, with the exception of the 9800 X3D, if you want to build the best gaming PC, but yeah, the US tariffs potentially coming in, that could throw a curveball too, right? So you got some risks out there, right? I don't have a crystal ball, but right now it's a very good time to build a PC. Very good time, extremely good. And for me, when I look at 5000 series, I'm like, man, is this going to be doing anything? Like, I'm on a 4070 Ti, guys. So, and I get so much good 4K gaming out of my 4070 Ti. So I just mess around with the settings and stuff. And I'll probably be on the 4070 Ti for a while to come. I love this GPU. It's a great GPU. Power efficiency is fantastic when you undervolt it. It's a really underrated card in my opinion. I think it got a bit slammed, but it's such a good card, the 4070 Ti.
Oh, there's no such thing as a bad card, just a bad price. Yeah. No, $180 is a great price for one, let me tell you.
That's what I mean. So if I can balance that out with my 14th 4070 Ti, the one in my system, it's like I can average out the prices, and it's those 13 definitely make that one that I purchased in Japan that time makes it. So yeah, it's like, I mean, yeah, try and get a really good deal and look for the best value. But it's never been a better time, or one of the best times to build PCs is right now for sure. So take advantage of that. And especially if you need it, right? If you're like, oh man, I need, like, this performance sucks. I'm getting stuttering. I'm getting bad frames. Yeah, treat yourself if you got the money, man. Like, you're going to get good value right now, definitely. And when there's crypto booms and stuff like that, I'm the first guy to tell people don't buy. Trust me, I'm the first guy to tell people to.
That's when you sell.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I mean. I'm a participator. I'm a customer, just like my viewers, and I'm a person who just loves partaking in this market, buying and selling. And right now, it's a buyer's market, and you can take advantage of that.
That piece of content you just watched was brought to you by Delete Me. Did you know that your personal data is sold online by data brokers? Anyone can buy your personal details, and that's just wrong because you actually do have the right to stay private and to protect your data online, but it can be cumbersome and confusing to find where you need to go to remove your data from these data brokers, and that's why Delete Me is here to do all of that for you. Delete Me scans the internet for your personal information, including your name, address, phone number, email, and photos, and it then sends opt-out requests to those sites that have your information, removing it from the source. I like it myself. I've used it, and it honestly did surprise me, both in how easy it was to get going, but then also how quickly I was able to find a data broker that did have my data. But, now it's been removed, and I don't need to worry as much anymore about being the target of phishing scams or being doxxed or harassed by people who find me and just decide to be nasty, or worry about stalking from someone who finds who I am, could find who you are, just decide to stalk you. So support Moore's Law is Dead by using code MOORE, that's MOORE, to save 20% on Delete Me and remove your personal information from the web at the link below. Remember that just clicking on the link helps the channel, and signing up with code MOORE, well, it helps even more. So support Moore's Law is Dead with Delete Me today.